I'm Val from St. Louis, Missouri, and I have 4 children ages 8 and under. I had my youngest son, Augie, about a month before the pandemic started, and my husband and I both worked from home, and from there had to really heavily lean on screens instead of our village. My daughter's back there watching TV right now. So is this something I should be worried about? Should we be giving ourselves a pass? Should I be worried about screen time in the pandemic?
That is a million-dollar hot question there. Welcome back. I think so many of us share that moment, Val, when we look over and the kid is like, hey, I get screen time whenever I want now. The rule used to be no more than 2 hours a day of screen time. But for over a year now, children have been living their lives online. Think about it. Birthday parties, play dates, virtual gym class, even church. And that does not include the time they're in front of screens for school or to fill their free time while we are doing our thing and we need them to just sit down for a second. We're talking with moms, Victoria and Heather, about how we as parents can offset some of the concerns. And I have back with me Dr. Edith Bracho-Sanchez, a pediatrician here in New York. So Dr. Edith, we all know the rules. They say no screen time, no screen time. How in the world can we limit screen time when I think we have a picture of Moses? He does a little virtual gym class that he used to do in person. He now does virtual gym in front of an iPad. That's him. So how do we limit screen time?
Yeah, and I want him to keep doing the virtual gym class, right? Those things are so good. And the virtual play dates and the sleepovers, all of those things we want to happen. I think, Tamron, listen, the recommendations haven't changed. We still want to limit those things because we know that too much time on the screen can interfere with kids' sleep. It can interfere with their, being active. Thankfully, Moses is doing some activity while he's watching.
No, he's just standing there because I'm just going to be honest with you. The screen mesmerizes them. And full disclosure, as I said, this is a candid conversation. I'm about to start crying. My son can name every character on Coco Melon. You know why? Because he's in front of Coco Melon a lot more than I wish he would be. But that's life right now.
Yeah, it is life right now. So while the recommendations haven't changed and we still want to limit those for those reasons, I think we have to be real. Parents are in survival mode. Sometimes you need to hand that iPad so you can get through a meeting, right? So you can prep for your show and whatever parents need to do at home. I think we just have to remember that parenting is not a one-day ordeal, right? So we need to look at the big picture. Maybe today, Tamron, you needed to get through a meeting. Maybe tomorrow you can allow some noise and you can allow him to sort of be interactive, to make some noise, to find some things to entertain himself. You can maybe even play with him, right? And sort of you look at the week, you look at a couple weeks, and you look to see, have I found a little bit of a balance?
But I mean, just to be fair to all the parents who are watching and here, we're in a world of an unknown territory. No one knew what Zoom was. Everything is virtual. Every birthday party, every, reading of a book, it's online. So there is no limit.
You're right. And I think we have to be honest and say that screens right now and time online may come with some benefits, right? As much as it has some effects that we don't like in children and are serious, and we should take them seriously, I think there are some benefits. There's a connection that is going on with their friends when they can't see them in person.
With grandma on FaceTime, which, people are speaking, their children are now talking to their relatives for a long period of time, 30, 40 minutes on a screen.
Yep.
We're not taking that away from them.
That's absolutely right. We want that to happen, Tamron. So trying to find a balance and making sure that when they're spending time on their screens, it is preferably for those things that are interactive, that allows them to see friends and family.